Well, folks, it is Wednesday, January 24th. I haven't uploaded any videos in the last little while. Christmas holidays, just busy doing stuff. Anyways, I actually did do some recording. There has been some change to the lathe project. I just need to edit the videos and basically get out all the crap and get it going. Not a hell of a lot has changed down here. Just there's Maya, kind of a bit of a psycho cat, but she's all right. So anyhow, just a quick update. I'll put the videos up, but so I've managed to remove the headstock from the lathe. I will take a look at that. I have moved all of the little bits and pieces over here. Got to go through that, clean it all up. Initially, once I had this apart, I was considering just going straight into painting. But as there's still things that I need to do, I'm going to undo all of this. This is just masking tape that I masked off the top of the lathe there, and masked off the bottom as I was going to paint it. Did come up with a nifty, well, not really came up with it, but back when I was in high school, my auto shop teacher, we were making gaskets out of cardboard, and one of the things that we would do, let's see if I can, no, when we did it in, we used the ball peen hammer, and it was an exhaust gasket, but if you lay your masking tape down, see these are machined surfaces underneath here, but if you lay it down, and using a soft surface, like wood, plastic in this case, if you hit the edges, the edge of the machined surface will actually cut the tape, which is nice because it gives you a clean painting surface. But anyways, so I'm going to take all this tape off and clean it up with some mineral spirits or acetone or something. And now I also spoke to a local lumber supplier. They can get me some 2-inch thick maple, because what I'd like to do, these Atlas lathes were originally on a maple the top of the bench was maple and it was on iron legs. So what I'd like to do is create a hardwood surface for this, using maple, because it's a nice stable wood. I'm going to put some feet in here that I can adjust up and down to confirm level. One of the things that I need to do when I set this up is I need to actually level it as best I can. Now they talk about a machinist level, which I do not have. I'm going to see if I can borrow one or come up with a different solution for that. But anyhow, folks, that's what's going on. I am not in the workshop tonight, or today. I just came down, did a quick update. I'm actually looking at some videos, considering which way I'm going to go with this channel. The refurbish. I don't want to call it a restore because I'm not sure if I'm going back to stock, is going to continue. I'd like to get this thing making chips and making some fun stuff soon. I also have some new toys. Picked up a vintage television from the 50s. I think it's a 1953 Admiral. Doesn't power on, but it's one of the old tube ones. I'm going to see if I can get that going. Like to get at this year. Also going to go through and go through this stuff that I picked up. This drill press is a, it doesn't run very true, it's very noisy, so I might actually take this apart again. I already had it apart once, and in fact one of the things that happened when I did have it apart is there's a circlip on the inside the quill that I don't have the proper tool to take it off, so when I took it off I basically snapped it, which was all well and good, except surprisingly you can't just go to the hardware store and buy a circlip anymore. I looked all over town and actually ended up finding the appropriate size circlip at a Harley-Davidson dealership. Spoke to one of the mechanics there, and he happened to have one. It was the only place in town that I could find a thing. So my Taiwanese drill press is has a little bit of Harley-Davidson DNA there. Not that that's a good thing. I'm more of a Japanese bike kind of guy. Yes, I know. God, people would get so weird about that stuff. I just like Japanese bikes because they're easy to work on. So, anyways. Look, I got a dial indicator. Chinesium. Woo! Let's see. Other bits and weirdness. Let's see if I can put this together real quick. So, when I moved in, or when my wife and I moved in, we, in the workshop is this weird thing. Don't know what it is. It's not writing on the bottom, it's just marking. I'm thinking it's an oiler. I found clock pieces and gears and cogs and stuff in some of the drawers here, so I think the gentleman used to, that was his hobby, he used to play with clocks, so maybe this is an oiler of some kind. I don't know. This pushes in. It doesn't appear to be a hole in it. I'll put some really light oil in it and see what happens. Maybe that's what that's for. Don't know. That's, I have to ask other folks who are more familiar with that. See what else is new. Okay. The sorry, folks, got a bit of a cold. So there's the oscilloscope, the grinder. So I got a lot of work ahead of me. I really got to get the rest of the basement cleaned up, just so I can have room to maneuver. One of the other weird things that I got to sort out, I might have to call someone to have it serviced here, is this is our reverse osmosis system. And one of the things that it's been doing lately, right now I have it turned off because of the noise. It'll fill up, and this will start vibrating. It's a water hammer type situation. Now, I don't know if it's because there's a difference between this pressure tank, oops, that pressure tank, this is the main one for the house, if there's a problem with the valves, if there's air trapped in the system. I've tried to do all the steps to get the air out. Have to sort that out later. That's just it's a thing. I'll leave that go for now. This summer I like to come up with something to do with these bricks, maybe, or move them out. That television there, I have the VIC-20 project, which is the original VIC-20 I had as a child, still in the box. Last I checked, it still works. Oh, yeah, but it's been a while. Let's see, like to take apart this old Underwood and, well, not take it apart, but clean it up, and there's an issue with the return on it not returning. I have a record player that I'd like to get going. Essentially, when I put it away in storage, the drive belt stretched out too much, and so it needs to be replaced. It's an old Radio Shack type. I have all of this stuff to go through and sort. It's all computer parts, and needless to say, folks, I am a bit of a pack rat. My wife knows it. Oh yeah, I picked this up too. I have way too many projects and not enough time. So 2018 is going to be the year that try and get that sorted out. Now, this reminds me. My wife picked this book up for me. It's just a notebook, leather bound, a while ago, and I've been kind of reluctant to actually use it because it's so nice. I don't want to use it. It's kind of weird. But if I was going to use it, I was going to use it for something special. So what I'm thinking, I've recently learned about something called a bullet journal. It's for folks with ADHD, which I do have, and I think that's what I'm going to utilize this for. I actually did write some stuff down. May have to edit this video because I don't know what that was. But anyhow, I'm going to use this as my bullet journal and try and keep track of things and get organized this year. I do have ADHD. I'm also colorblind. All sorts of stuff. Again, that's why I have too many hobbies and not enough. That shouldn't be down there. Not enough time. So, anyhow, that's all, folks. More to follow.